everyone. Thank you for coming this evening to Greenville Church for this fundraiser for Ukrainian relief. It's terrible what's happening on the other side of the world, and I still can't believe that. Anyway, it's just ridiculous what's happening. But hopefully, this small gesture from us tonight will go to helping what's happening in the Ukraine. Couple of things. The boys to men, men to boys. I knew I was going to get that wrong. Men to boys won't be wearing masks. So if there are any of you that are feeling uncomfortable and want to move back, they understand. I told them they look better with masks on. They said that they actually sound better with masks off. So that's kind of where that's coming from. But anyways, again, thank you for coming. And I have a little technical thing I have to do. I have to go push a button. And hopefully Paul's phone is still up that I can do this. And it's not. Okay. So thank you for coming, and may I introduce men to boys. We are men and we like to sing in big block chords and close harmony. Our songs all sound the same, like battery writes of there is nothing like a game. And though our repertoire consists of drinking songs and sailor songs, and barbershop quartets, we thank God every day, from our head down to our toes, that we are not sopranos or
we're called Men to Boys. That wasn't our first choice. We were going to call ourselves 50 Shades of Grey, but somebody took that. Our motto is, it's never too late to have a happy child. You know, in the words of Tom Lear, our goal is to prolong adolescence beyond all previous limits. And we're doing a pretty good job. Now, if you're seeing us for the first time, you've led pretty miserable lives until now. I'd like to thank the family and friends who have come out to join us and come to our concert. A very special thank you to those of you who had a choice and you still came. Now, take a good look at these guys. I have a challenge for you. Which one of these guys do you think is the poster boy for birth control? I think I heard somebody say all of you. As you can tell, we enjoy using the comedy technique of self-deprecation, but we're not very good at it. In our group, if you can't laugh at yourself, we'll do it for you. In this next piece, we're only singing. It has nothing to do with the program. But Ron insisted we sing it because it's got his name in it numerous times. So We have to sing, so there you go.
Better on a Monday and hearts stood still. Do run, 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 do run, run. Somebody told me that her name was Jill. Do run, 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 do run, run. Yes, my heart stood still. Yes, her name was Jill. And when I walked her home, do run, 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 do run, run. 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 You knew what she was doing when she caught my eye. Do run, 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 do run, run. She looked so quiet, God, my oh my. Do run, 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 do run, run. There she caught my eye. Yes, God, my oh my. And when I walked her home, do run, 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 do run, run. 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 Picked her up at 7 and she looked so fine. Do run, 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 do run, run. Someday soon I'm gonna make her mine. Do run, 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 do run, run. Yes, she looks so fine. Yes, I'm gonna make her mine. And when I walked her home, do run, 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 do run, run. 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 Do run, 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 do run, run.
The Menda boys are living proof that wisdom does not come with age. But with old age comes another skill, multitasking. We're good at, we can laugh, cough, squeeze, fart, or pee all at the same time. And when we put together these songs for tonight's concert, we realized, believe it or not, they're all COVID songs, even though they were written and performed many years ago. I guess they saw the pandemic coming. You know, it's a crazy world out there, but it's good to hang out with negative people. And just so you know, all these guys have tested positive. Lumpiness. This next song is an old Tom Lear song. We performed this song quite a few years ago for the Minister of Health, Tony Clement, of Ontario, back during the SARS crisis. And it's still valid today. I love my friends, and they love me. We're just as close as we can be. And just because we really care, whatever we get, we share. I got it from Agnes, she got it from Jim. We all agree it must have been Louise who gave it to him. Now she got it from Mary, who got it from Marie. And everybody knows that Marie got it from me. Giles got it from Daphne, she got it from Joan, who picked it up and how he poured a kiss of the Marty Stone. The air gave it to Sheila, who must have brought it there. He got it from what's called a shot to hum, like in the air.
Max got it from Edith, who nicked it up my string. She got it from her daddy, who just gives her everything. She then gave the Daniel, whose spaniel has it down. Her and even got it, and we're still wondering how. I got it from Agnes, or maybe it was Sue, or Millie, or Billy, or Billy, or Willie, it doesn't matter who. It might have been at the pub, or at the club, or in the loo. And if you're unvaccinated, then I mind you, I said might. Here's to you!
Some mornings, John here, he wakes up grumpy. Some mornings he lets us sleep in. When I was coming in the church today, I overheard a few ladies talking about men. And one lady said, men are like mascara. They run at the first sign of emotion. The other lady said, no, they're like a laxative that irritate the crap out of you. But then one lady, my ears perked up, and she said, no, men are like a fine wine. And then she went on to say they all start out as grapes, and it's our job to stomp on them and keep them in the dark until they mature into something you want to have dinner with. Now, the men and boys were used to humiliating ourselves in public, but tonight we're going to sing like we've never sung before. In time and in tune. Nah, I'm just kidding. We have no delusions of adequacy. We're seldom on key unless we're sitting on a Yale block. And the only time that we all knew they were singing in the same key was when we sang in Key West. This next song, although it was written many years ago, is a true COVID song, because this is one place we all went to escape.
There's a world where I can go and tell my secrets too, in my room, in my room, in my room. In this world I walk out all my worries and my fears, in my room, in my room, in my room. Do my dreaming and my scheming lie awake and pray. Do my crying and my sighing laugh at yesterday. Now it's dark and I'm alone, but I won't be afraid. In my room, in my room, in my room. Do my dreaming and my scheming lie awake and pray. Do my crying and my sighing laugh at yesterday. Where I can go and tell my secrets too, in my room, 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 in my room.
one hand, and that's an entertainer and a dairy cow. You say inside every older person, there's a younger person that says, what the heck happened? However, there are certain perks to getting older. You stop trying to suck in your tummy no matter who walks in the room. You get your brain cells down to a manageable level, and you get irregularity with more regularity. And knowing these guys, you also get grumpier. A neighbor friend of mine, he was bitten by a rabid dog. So I went over to check on him, and he was sitting at the table writing frantically on a piece of paper. I said, you don't have to make it out of the will. You can treat release. I said, I'm not making it out of the will. I'm making a list of people I want to bite. During COVID, people could only dream about dating or about a person they'd like to date. So Ron's going to carry on.
Just before I start, I want to say I was sitting at the back thinking that of the people in Ukraine and the constant nightmares that they're suffering, and thinking about the fact that I had to sing a song called Wonderful Dream. Let's hope that Ukraine, something happens drastically and turns nightmares into simple dreams like this one. Last night I had a wonderful dream about you.
Dream about you.
Last night I had a dream.
Hope that it will come true.
Last night I had a wonderful dream.
You are a wonderful
The
dream.
dream I held you in my arms, and it thrilled me with your charms in a wonderful dream.
You are a wonderful
I
dream.
had last night.
You are a wonderful dream.
Dreams were oh so soft and warm, and a wonderful love was born.
And wonderful love was born.
We were all alone. You told me that,
Told me that you care.
and I never will forget how happy I was that you were there. Last night I had
She loved a wonderful
a
dream.
wonderful
She
dream.
loved a wonderful dream.
Now that I'm home with you, my wonderful
She
dream
loved
will come
She
true.
loved a wonderful dream. She loved a wonderful dream.
Last night I had a wonderful dream about you.
Dream about you.
Last night I had a dream.
Hope that it will come true. Do 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 do
We were all alone. You told me that you
Told me that you care.
and I never will forget how happy I was that you were there. Last night I
She
had
loved a wonderful
a
dream.
wonderful
She
dream.
loved a wonderful dream.
Now that I'm alone with you, my wonderful dream will come true.
She loved a wonderful dream.
Come true.
She loved a wonderful dream. She loved a wonderful dream. She loved a wonderful dream. She loved.
Some of you may have seen it when we sang it here at the church service, May the 1st, certain release of it. And that was called Humor Sunday. Well, how about some Holy Humor Saturday? The Sunday morning, mother goes in to wake up her son. Son, you gotta get up and go to church. He said, I'm not going to church for two reasons. Number one, they don't like me. And number two, I don't like that. Mother said, yes, you're going to church for two reasons. Number one, you're 59 years old. Number two, you're a pastor. Husband and wife were sitting in the pew in a very, very long service. And wife whispers to the husband, and says, these pews are so hard to make us fall asleep. Husband says, yes, I know, I heard it snoring 3 times. Okay. In spite of our humor, we do have a very serious sentiment side to us. So we're going to get serious now, and we're going to sing a serious piece piece. You'll recognize it too. And the little voice in your head will say, sing, sing. Please don't.
Me, I lay my call myself on to run. So in thread of beautiful soul, tears and bright.
Wow, I don't know real quick. There's not a sense. Oh, there's not a sense of home in your body. This is the way this song is always sung.
Now a beer, a real good beer, Ray, a guy who wants to hear. Me, a guy Ray buys beer for, far, a long way from the bar. So let's have another beer. La 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 la. Ski, no thanks, I'll have a beer. That will bring us back to Dallas, Texas. Where's my pipe? Keys, pass, pass. When next to the no, beers, you can order them by name. Now, a beer, a real good beer. Ray, a guy who has me beer. Me, a guy Ray buys beer for, far, a long way from the bar. So let's have another beer. La 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 la. Tea, no thanks, I'll have a beer. That will bring us back to the gold beer.
We tried writing our own beer song, but we couldn't get past the first few bars. These guys have a lot in common with the beer bottle. They're empty from the neck up. The nice thing about buying beer is that no one ever asks what beer you want. But the name of the beer is very important. I mean, do you think Moosehead would be so popular with beer drinkers if it was called Bunny Tail? This next piece is but another place you might go during the hideout during COVID, but you'd have to be young, broke, have no car, and maybe drink too much.
Under the boardwalk, 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 under the boardwalk. Oh, when the sun meets one, the tar one under the boardwalk, and your shoes get so hot. You wish your tired feet were coming aboard. The boardwalk, down by the sea. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. Boardwalk, the boardwalk, under the boardwalk, out of the sun. Under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking about. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. From the park they hear the happy sound of the carousel. And you can almost taste the hot dogs and the French fries they sell. The boardwalk, down by the sea. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. Boardwalk, the boardwalk, under the boardwalk, out of the sun. We'll be having some fun. People walking about. Here's where I'll be, under the boardwalk. Here's where I'll be, under the boardwalk.
I don't think hardly any of us could fit on the boardwalk. Neil here, he was whining to his wife about bad back the other day. Bad back, she said. Have you seen your front? What I've learned from cows, buffaloes, and elephants, it's impossible to reduce your weight by eating green grass and salad and walking. Which doesn't work. I'm fat, I admit, but I identify as skinny. So that makes me a trans slender. This next song is called Silhouettes, and it's about a stalker. This guy's outside his girlfriend's house. He thinks it's his girlfriend's house. He sees two silhouettes on the curtain there making out. And he thinks his girlfriend's with some other guy, but it turns out he's in the wrong house in the wrong block. There must have been a lot of this going on during COVID. Well, Don,
I could run it.
yeah, Don's girlfriend thinks he's a stalker. Well, she's not his girlfriend yet. It's called Symbols.
Way down tight, I'm in my cast. Two silhouettes on the shade of my yard. They come over hey. Put his arms around your waist. He held you tight, and his eye could almost taste. In the night, wondering why I'm not the guy. Two silhouettes on the shade of my eye. Those tears in my eyes. Silhouette, 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 silhouette. Oh, silhouette, 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 silhouette. Oh, lost control and rang your bell. I was sore, left me in your arms to lead. Down your door, and two strangers you live in. Two silhouettes on the shades, take my shot. You're on the wrong block. Rush down to your house, you live on my feet. Love you like I never loved you. You, my sweet, not to you and not to me. Two silhouettes on the shade over gates. Two silhouettes on the shade. Silhouette, 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 silhouette. Whoa, silhouette, 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 silhouette. Whoa. Two silhouettes on the shade. Nobody left yet?
The doors are locked.
You mean, is there anybody left?
During COVID, as probably some of you found out, couples have started to discover all the faults of the other person. They overlooked over these years. The ladies discovered the difference between a new husband and a dog is that after a year, the dog was still excited to see what he got. Or they found out that bacteria was the only culture that some guys have. And found out that women can go 17 months with a headache, which leads to arguing. And they say that in the first year of marriage that the man speaks and the woman listens. In the second year of marriage, the woman speaks, the man listens. And the third year of marriage, they both speak and the neighbors listen. Which leads us to this next piece.
you're a nag. Nag, naggity nag, 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 if you go do this and go do that. Nag, naggity nag, you're a nag. You're always telling me you want to do. You're a nag. I just can't seem to get rid of you. You're a nag. You want me to run just like a slave. You're a nag. You're gonna send me to an early grave. Don't burn the bacon, don't burn the toast. Go down to the butcher shop and buy me a roast. You're a nag. When there's your nag, you're never gonna stop. You're a nag. You always seem to be up on your top. You're a nag. One of these days I'm gonna lose my mind. You're a nag. Jump out the window and I'll feel real fine. We could go do this and go do that. Wash up all the dishes and don't talk back. When I married you, you were so sweet. Now you give me the bread and you take all the meat. You're always screaming and hollering loud. I'm gonna buy me a ticket to the nearest town. You're a nag. I don't know what to do, you make me so mad. You're a nag. And when I leave this place, I'll be real glad. You're a nag. You're moving me around just like a horse. You're a nag. I guess you're thinking you must be my boss. We could go do this and go do that. Nag, naggity nag. When I married you, you were so sweet. Now you give me the bread and you take all the meat. You're always screaming and hollering loud. I'm gonna buy me a ticket to the nearest town. You're a nag. I don't know what to do, you make me so mad. You're a nag. And when I leave this place, I'll be real glad. You're a nag. You're ordering me around just like a horse. You're a nag. I guess you're thinking you must be my boss. If you go do this and go do that. Nag, naggity nag, you're a nag. 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 Nag, naggity nag, if you go do this and go do that. Nag, naggity nag.
That reminds me of another holy humor story, Lisa. The pastor goes to the dentist to get a new set of false teeth. And after he gets his false teeth, the first Sunday he only speaks for about 8 minutes. And the second Sunday he speaks for around 10 minutes. And the third Sunday he speaks for 2 hours and 48 minutes to a crowd of the congregation taken down out of the pulpit. And they said, what happened? I said, well, the new false teeth. He said, the first Sunday I could only speak for 8 months. They were hurting, or eight minutes, they were hurting my gums so much. The second Sunday, the same thing. I could only speak for about 10 minutes. They were hurting my gums. He said, the third Sunday, I put my wife's teeth in by mistake and I couldn't shut up. Okay, ladies, this is for you. I saw a sign the other day. It says, grow your own dope. Plant a man. This next talks about where we go to get away from all this nagging, arguing, and whatever. It's called On the Roof.
This whole world starts getting down, but the people just too much to take. On the roof, I ride up to the top of the stairs, and all my fears just drift into space. On the roof, the only place I go. Where you just have to wish to make it up so. When I get home feeling tired and beat, I go where the air is fresh and girls hustle and crowd, all that brought those boys down in the street.
On the roof is peaceful as can be, and there the world below is full of need.
Up on the roof,
Up on the roof, up on the roof, at night the stars will go to show for me. And darling, will sing all will be.
I keep telling you that right smack dab in the middle of town, I found a pair of ears that's tumbled on
Up on the roof,
And if this old world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two upon the roof, upon the roof, upon the
Well, this COVID pandemic has certainly pushed a lot of people into the electronic world. And there's this elderly couple, and they just learned how to send text messages on their cell phones. And the wife is kind of a romantic type, husband's just a no-nonsense kind of guy. The wife went out for coffee with a friend, and when she was sitting in the coffee shop, she decided to send her husband some romantic text. She said in the text, if you are sleeping, send me your dreams. If you're laughing, send me your smile. If you're eating, send me a hug. If you're drinking, send me a sip. If you're crying, send me your tears. I love you. Husband texted back, I'm on the toilet, please advise. My computer beat me to chess a game, there was no match for me in kickboxing. The last few years we haven't had many in-person meetings. It's all been by Zoom. And it's been tough for romantic couples to do everything by Zoom. But, to reflect that, we changed one word in this next song to reflect what was going on for the last few years.
zoom, 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 when I want you, in my arms when I want you, and all your charms whenever I want you, all I have to do is zoom, 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 when I feel blue, in the night when I need you, to hold me tight whenever I want you, all I have to do is zoom. I can make you mine, taste your lips of mine, anytime, night or day. The only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm zooming my life away. I need you so, that I could die, I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is zoom, 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 zoom. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. The only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm zooming my life away. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom.
During this last few years, I guess you've noticed that you've probably seen nine dogs and cats, lots of pets out there. And who knows what for pets these days. But anyhow, Ron's going to sing about a lady that she loved to collect birds. And she collected so many birds, and she was like to brag about having the best birds, the best aviary in the area. And so this is a song about this lady with the birds. Oh, just a warning. Try to focus on Ron's words. His body movements can be distracting.
I guarantee this song is not about body parts. Some folks I know keep looking for rare old coins and stamps, while others keep on searching for antique books and lamps. Some hobbies are like slavery. There's one too much for words. This gal has got an Avery,
And you should see her birds.
she's got chanticleers and dicky birds, intelligent and tricky birds that make the boys hang around. Her crow is black and shiny, her hummingbirds are tiny,
But she's got the biggest parakeets in town.
she's got cockatoos and bobolinks and royal blues and dusty pinks, and you should see them hanging upside down. Oh, it's thrilling to behold her as she wings them by her shoulder.
Cause she's got the biggest parakeets in town.
And every night when she gets into bed, she puts each one on a pillow. While they sound like Bing when they start to sing,
We willow, we willow, we willow.
after holding them and petting them, she gets a thrill of letting them go swinging from the ceiling to the ground. Ask anyone who's seen them, it's hard to choose between them.
Cause she's got the biggest parakeets in town.
Imagine her in love one day when she tells her fiancé, okay, on the day the wedding rolls around. Though he loves the ground she stands on, he can't wait to get his hands on
The biggest parakeets in town.
Well, picture on her wedding night when Bobby dear turns off the light and wakes in the morning with a frown. As he goes to caress her, he sees them on the dresser.
The biggest parakeets in town. She's really got boys. The biggest parakeets in town.
Yes, okay. Rob, I was talking about Rob. Rob and his wife Mark were sitting at the back. They were sitting around the table on one lazy Sunday morning. And Rob said, you know, when I die, I want you to sell all my stuff immediately. And Mark said, well, why would you want me to do something like that? Well, said Rob, I figure a woman as fine as yourself will eventually remarry, and I don't want some other idiot using my stuff. Norma looked at him intently and said, what makes you think I'd marry another idiot? With Mass on the last 2 years, we only see a person's lives. And this is a song about that. It's called Pretty Little Angel Eyes.
Pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel, pretty little angel, pretty little, pretty little, pretty little angel. Oh, 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 pretty, pretty little angel eyes. Angel eyes, angel, love you so. Angel eyes, I let you know. Because I love you, my love. Pretty little angel eyes, angel eyes, you are so good to me. And when I'm in your arms, you feel so heavenly. You know I love you,
from heaven above to fill my heart with your love. I know we'll be happy for eternity, 'cause I know that your love is really, really. My angel, I really love you so. Angel, I'll never let you go, because I love you, my darling angel. Angel eyes, pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel, pretty little angel, pretty little, pretty little, pretty little angel. My angel, I love you, angel eyes, pretty little angel eyes.
Yeah, we once sang at an old folks home, and we were up in the main hall, and they came up to us and said, there's an elderly gentleman in the room. He can't come up because he's been sick. Would you mind going in and singing a few pieces for him? So we took the group in, and we sang in his room for about 15 minutes, and I think he appreciated it. And as we were leaving, I said, I hope you get better. He looked at us and said, I hope you do too. Speaking of old folks in home services, one evening a family brings an elderly mother to the nursing home, and they're hoping she'll be well cared for there. But then the next morning, the PSWs, they bathe her and they get her food ready and make her really tasty breakfast, and then they put her in a chair and right in front of a beautiful flower garden. It seemed okay, but after a while, she slowly starts leaning over sideways. They rush over to catch her and straighten her out. And then, a little after a while, she leans her just starts tilting the other way. They rush over and straighten her back up. This goes on. Later, the family come to visit her, and they see how she's doing. So they're treating you all right here. Yeah, she said, it's pretty nice. Except they won't let you fart. This song is what we sang many years ago. When we were young, we don't sing it anymore now.
Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better again each day. To know who He is, to love me, I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, no, you don't have to go over. But now, we've had to update this song, and this is pretty much what we sing now.
Well, my body could use a little slip. I keep my shirt on when I go swimming, and I ain't seen my feet since 1984. The old lady wants to roll in the hay. I turn the lights down all the way, 'cause I don't look good naked anymore.
No, I don't look good naked anymore. I'm a deep fried double wide version of the man I was before. If I keep on like I'm doing, I won't fit through the door. I don't look good naked anymore.
Well, I used to be a hell of a man. I chopped wood with just one hand, but I can't do the things I've done before. Well, it all happened kind of slow. I guess I kind of let myself go, and I don't look good naked anymore.
No, I don't look good naked anymore. I'm a deep fried double wide version of the man I was before. If I keep on like I'm doing, I won't fit through the door. I don't look good naked anymore.
With each and every passing year came a lot of French fries and beer. And when I lay on a little closer to the floor, now my belly's as big as a truck, and the old lady don't want to. She don't look good naked anymore.
No, I don't look good naked anymore. I'm a deep fried double wide version of the man I was before. If I keep on like I'm doing, I won't fit through the door. I don't look good naked anymore. No, I don't look good naked anymore.
Now I don't look good with clothes on either. These guys think their stomachs are still flat, but the L is silent. Husband and wife were in a very terrible car accident, and the wife's face was terribly burned, and she was going to need a skin graft. But she was so thin, there was no place they could take her from her body, so husband volunteered, and they took the skin graft off his spot, and they all agreed not to say anything. And the skin graft was a big success, and everybody was astounded at her new beauty. And one day she was getting all emotional with her husband and said, "Honey, I don't know how to ever thank you for what you did." He said, "No thanks is necessary. I get all the thanks I need every time I see your mother push on the cheek." All right, we changed the words in this next piece. This will fit in with our COVID theme.
Vaccinate, 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 vaccinate. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the COVID lurks tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the COVID lurks tonight. Vaccinate, 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 vaccinate. The village, the peaceful village, the COVID lurks tonight. In the village, the quiet village, the COVID lurks tonight. Hey, hey! Vaccinate, 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 Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the COVID lurks tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the COVID lurks tonight. Hey, hey! Vaccinate, 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 vaccinate.
Well, we're going to sing our last song now. I think someone said, thank God.
There's a couple of ladies on the right-hand side here. I mean, it's like...
We have that effect on people. Just remember, folks, you don't stop laughing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop laughing. Laughter is an inexpensive way to improve your health. Now, this last piece, ladies, as you know, there's three kinds of men in the world. There's the handsome, there's the clever, and there's the majority. This song's about the majority. 2, 3.
Yesterday, all my hair was seen so far away, and what's left is finally turning gray. My barber is a waste of pay. Suddenly, I am twice the way I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over my knees. My tummy bulged so suddenly. When I have to go, I don't know, I couldn't say. There's no pressure left, so I stand there half the day. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. The only action that I get today is when my prune juice clears the way. Everything has gone away.
Thank you, folks.
There are 2 good reasons why I should stand up and scream and shout for more. You want to hear just one more song before you get to the door. The other reason is more profound. We hope we don't sound crass. You want to stand and talk about weight because your pants are stuck to your. Good night, everybody.
Well, Rob and I, yesterday, were trying to decide on maybe we should have had a program. But Rob said, we don't need a program with the men and boys. They could just say, song, some jokes. Song, some jokes. So I agree with him. There was no program tonight. We don't need a program with these guys. Believe it or not, they originated from the Milton Choristers, a little group, made their way away from the main choristers, and their very first gig was here in Caledon at Kathy Dunstan's birthday in 1996. They went on to sing for so many people, so many parties, birthdays, anniversaries, the mayor of Milton, funerals, and the seniors' homes, bringing such joy through their harmony and their laughter and uplifting people. And here they are 26 years later, back where they started, doing this concert for us. We are so, so grateful. We all had the same kind of uplifting as you have done for so many others. There are so many people that are touched by what's going on in the Ukraine. We have certainly our own Paul Samosky, who has his heritage in the Ukraine. There are members of the audience today with cousins and relatives in the Ukraine. I'm sure that same singing and the harmony and the laughter, and you're right, it is the best medicine that you brought tonight, will have brought a lot of love to the Ukraine as we think about them and their struggles. all for coming, and a special, special thank you to our men and boys. Thanks, guys. I'd like to mention that if you're interested in another big event in the community, and boys, you're welcome as well. We're having our chicken barbecue back, and we're back at the Brampton Fairgrounds. And you have to get your tickets online, and the lines are open now. They will be closed on June the 9th. So please explore the website, which is mayfieldunitedchurch.org, and make your purchase for your tickets. For you can dine in or you can dine out. Now I'd like to just make one more announcement, and that's a very big welcome to a very special person that's in our audience tonight, and that is Walter Leminski. Welcome to your first event at Mayfield, Walter. And you have to know this guy. So Walter is our new church choir director, and we had the wonderful chance to work with him on one of our last rehearsals. We loved that night, and we are so excited and just can't wait to get started under your wonderful direction. And we've heard lots of good things about you from your neighbors and of course your fellow singers here. There's so much music you have to share, and we can't wait to get started. So a big welcome to Walter. Who is also going to, I'm sure, be part of our lives as well. And both Kimberly and Walter do have cousins and relatives in the Ukraine, and they are very, very grateful as well that we're remembering the struggles that they're going through and being here together tonight to honor them. So thank you everybody for coming. It's great to see so many wonderful faces, and thanks again, guys.
Thank you.